Now let's move towards the real stuff, because math is all about practice. Until you solve questions, you will not really understand the concept. So let's move on to our iPad and solve a few examples together. Now let's look at a few more examples where we have to solve some modular equations using the number line method. So again, I'll compare this to x minus c mod equals d to see where the center is and what the distance is. D is obviously 7 and c is actually minus 5. Comparing the two, you can see minus c is equal to 5, hence c is equal to minus 5. What you can also do is, to identify the center, you can just equate this to 0. What you have inside the mod, when you equate that to 0, the x value you get is the center's value. If you want to avoid making sign mistakes, then you can equate this to 0 and solve for x. Or just compare the two, and that should be enough to be able to see that c is actually minus 5, not plus 5. Alright. Now once you have this, you can draw a number line to find the two solutions to this equation. Center minus 5, one x value is d units towards the right, so plus 7, and one value would be same number of units towards the left, so minus 7. Minus 5 plus 7 is plus 2, that's your first solution. Minus 5 minus 7 is minus 12, which is the second solution to this modular equation. The solutions are minus 12 and 2. This is the answer. These are the two x values which are 7 units away from the center, or 7 units away from minus 5. Let's try one more example. This is our next question. Again, using the number line method, I need to identify first the center and the distance. D is pretty obvious. And as you can see, D is positive. That tells me that I'll be getting two solutions. There are going to be two solutions. But then what is the center? The center is very obviously 3. Because minus 3 corresponds to minus c, which means c is 3. Or what you can do is just equate this to 0. And the value of x is actually where the center lies, which is again 3. So we're trying to find the x values which are 2 units away from the center or 2 units away from 3. You can do it directly, but initially I'm going to use a number line to illustrate the concept. So center 3, distance 2 units could be towards the right or towards the left. So 3 plus 2 is 5, that's our first solution, and 3 minus 2 is 1, which is our second solution. So this modular equation has two solutions, 1 and 5. This is a case where you have mod only on one side. There are cases where you have equations with mod both sides. There are cases where you have equations with mod one side and a variable on the other side. On the right hand side, you currently have a constant. It could also be something in terms of x, and the treatment for that is slightly different. Also, there is one more method of solving this same equation, which we will discuss in the next lesson. Hope you understood everything in this lesson and all the lessons we have covered before this. But in case you still have any queries, you can always approach us in the discussion box below.